Hey, babe, welcome back to another episode of the Money Mindset and Manicures podcast. I am so excited because right now I am pre-recording this episode by 1 week because right now Mark and I are actually either in or about to be in Istanbul, Turkey, and we are here for the next few days. I will share on my Instagram stories why we are here, but I just want to share that because I'm so excited. I love international travel and I've never been to Turkey before, so I'm really excited to get into the culture and experience what it has to offer. So if you have ever been to Istanbul, Turkey, or if you're from there, please DM me on Instagram and let me know what we need to absolutely see and do while we are there. And I will share with you why we are there on Instagram. So go ahead and follow me. My Instagram is at Samantha Kazuch. It used to be at I am Samantha Kazuch, but I finally was just able to get Samantha Kazuch, and I'm so excited about that. So go search me, go follow along our journey while we are there. And I'm going to take you into this episode on how I manifested $1 million in my business. And I know the title of this episode hooked you, which, yay, that was the whole point. But I want to teach you and share with you from personal experience how to manifest your desire. Now, this is coming from a place of, how about I just share the personal story of how this all happened and how I really learned through my own experience. Back in October, Mark, as we were winding down the evening, I was already turning down all the lights. I had our galaxy light on, all the candles lit. Mark comes in. We're going to start our meditation and journal, do our evening routine. And all of a sudden, he comes into the room and he's like, "Congratulations, you made $1 million." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he pulls up his phone and he shows me on the Shopify app and our Amazon sellers app. He toggles back and forth between the two. And he's like, "Look, you've made $1 million in revenue this year." And I was just like, "Oh my God, we did. Holy crap. Look at that." Just like that, in this tone of my voice. Like, it just felt so normal. And I was kind of shocked, like him telling me this information. And it took me a few minutes to register, but I was like, "Oh, like that's it. Like, it just feels so normal." And what I want to share with this is, yes, when your manifestation happens or is about to happen, it's going to and should feel normal. That's you matching the energy and frequency of the thing. This is why I can't stress enough the whole set your goal. Don't necessarily forget it, but set it. And then let's move into action. So you're focused on taking the action steps in order to get to your goal. Now, I don't want to say that I'm not grateful for making $1 million in revenue. And by the way, if you're not in e-commerce or whatever business, revenue means sales. Okay. I'm so fucking grateful. But the reason, and now reflecting back on well, why did I feel that way? Mark and I set this goal for the company at the beginning of the year to do, it's not just $1 million. We're shooting for multiple million. Okay. That was our goal for this year. And ever since, I already acted as if that was already done. Like, that's already done. This is $1 million company. This is $1 million business. I was already talking about it like that because I knew it was going to happen because of the action we're putting into this business. And I knew the results were coming. Like, I knew deep down in my bones and my gut, it was happening. Like, there's no other option. And that's how I want you to feel towards your desires and the things that you want to manifest. You have that goal, you have that desire. And then it's all about, there is no other option. It's fucking happening. Timeline doesn't matter. Timeline doesn't exist. You can't put a timeline on it. Even though we said in January, this year we'll do $1 million, right? Was I set on that? If it took till next year, okay. It was just a goal, right? But really getting focused on, okay, the goal is set, do the set it and forget it mentality. Because your desire and the manifestation cannot exist at the same time. Here's another example of that. If you have a problem, the problem happens. The problem is, right? You can't have a solution at the same time. It comes sequentially after. Think about that. Your desire, that's the problem. The manifestation, it's the solution, right? So if you are in this state of desire, it's why your manifestation isn't happening, because it can't. You are in the desire process. So you have to shift to, it's already done. Set it and forget it. Now what? Take action. When we set this goal for $1 million in revenue, I wasn't focused on looking at my bank account or the sales numbers every single day. Have we made $1 million yet? Have we made $1 million yet? Have we made $1 million yet? No, I never did that once. What I did was, okay, chunked it down into smaller goals. What do we need to technically make per month, per week, per day? How many sales do we need to make in order to stay on track to hit that $1 million? That's what I was focusing on. And I was taking the action of what I needed to do every single day to make sure we hit those goals. That's what I was focused on. But acting as if it was already done. And that's why when Mark announced to me that we had hit that number, it felt so normal. Because I was just like, of course. It wasn't because I wasn't grateful. I was so fucking grateful. Like, we accomplished something huge. Our company is only 3 years old. And I know on social media, we might seem like we're growing really slow because most people are hitting, $1 million in their first month. I'm just talking like sarcastically there. But social media makes it seem like you're kind of behind if you're not hitting those numbers a lot sooner. But I'm so freaking grateful for that. Want to know why? Because I had to, this is one, my first physical product company. 2, I had to grow and learn and experience so much to make me the woman, the founder that I am today in order to be able to hold space for $1 million in revenue. If I had made $1 million in revenue in my first year, like, holy shit, like what? Like, no, it's not possible because I had to learn so many things and experience so many things and go through so many things, right? This is why when it comes to manifesting, you can't put a time frame on it because it all depends on you, your level of growth, how fast you're going, how slow you're going, what experiences are you having, how fast are you learning from those experiences? It's everything. It's why when it comes to manifesting, timing is always on time. Always. Always. You don't have to worry about the time frame. Us humans made up time. In space, universe, time doesn't exist. It doesn't. We started doing that ourselves. And this is why when it comes to your goals, set it and forget it. And when I was saying I wasn't checking on, have we made $1 million yet? Have we made $1 million yet? Have we made $1 million yet? Every single day. Want to know why? Because if I did, I would get triggered. I would get stressed out. I would get overwhelmed. I would get anxious. Like, oh my God, we are so far from $1 million, right? Especially think about it. Week 1 in January. The first week, first month, we just made like 100K. All right. That's really fucking far from making $1 million, right? So I didn't pay attention to that because that energy, the stress, the overwhelm, the, oh my God, I gotta freaking panic, make decisions to like make us grow faster, right? That is not the energy you want to be in to manifest your goals either. You have to be neutral. Take action from an aligned place neutrally. Of course, you're excited, I'm excited, and all of the other natural emotions from coming from a business comes along with it. But overall, it's set, it's done. Just put in the work to get there. Now it's like, okay, let's do it. Okay, babe, I know you're listening to this podcast because I know that you have a desire to change your life and accomplish big goals, right? But I also know that something has been holding you back on going after those big goals. Or maybe it's that you self-sabotage, or maybe you've set these big goals and you get really overwhelmed and you just don't go after them altogether. Well, I want to introduce you to a journal that is literally going to help you change your life and help you actually manifest and accomplish any desires or goals that you have. It's called the Maniscripting Journal, and it's the #1 selling manifestation and goal setting journal designed exclusively for empowering women just like you to up-level and change your life. Now, if you haven't seen this journal on social media already, I want to share with you that it is literally your personal guide to manifesting your dreams and unlocking your true potential. And inside its beautifully curated pages, you'll discover powerful daily journaling pages, workbooks, and exercises to help you set goals, help you plan your dreams, and manifest the life that you deserve. Plus, the one thing that I had to include, and it was a non-negotiable with this journal, is that it needed to have a community. So you'll also have access to join an online community filled with thousands of women just like you who are on the same path using the journal. So I invite you to join me and these thousands of women who have already embraced the power of manifestation and changed their life using the Maniscripting Journal. And I also want to gift you with a special 15% off code on your first journal order by using the code Money Mindset. The code is Money Mindset. So head over to maniscripting.com today and embark on a transformative journey by ordering the journal. So go ahead, check out the show notes, empower yourself. Answer the call to getting this journal. If this is speaking to you, I want you to join us. It's time to script your dreams into reality with the Maniscripting Journal because you deserve to create and manifest a life that you're completely obsessed with. See show notes for details. When it comes to your desire, it's something we crave. Your desire is something you crave on a conscious level. But when we want to turn this desire into a reality, we have to shift this from the subconscious realm into the conscious one. Think about it that way, right? And the process for this, I've already mentioned it, but it is really as easy or as difficult as you want it to be. Now, I could sit here and say like, man, it was really fucking hard to get to 1 million in revenue. It took me 3 years, right? I could say it was really fucking hard. But if I look back in hindsight, actually it wasn't. Like 3 years went like that, went so fast. I learned so much. And looking back, I'm like, I wouldn't have wanted it to happen any faster. Because if it did, like, holy shit, like I can't even imagine how I already feel like I'm in this like quantum leap time warp of how fast I've had to grow and evolve and jump and change timelines from things that have been happening. I can't imagine squeezing that into a shorter time frame. I feel like my head would explode. That is why when it comes to putting deadlines and timelines on yourself, like, stop. It's not helping you. It won't help you get that manifestation faster. In fact, I think it will take longer because now what you're doing is you're putting pressure on yourself to hit a certain deadline. And when you're putting pressure on yourself, you're going to start working from a place of stress, of fear. You're going to start making decisions, not from a place of alignment, but from an egotistical side of, hey, well, you have to do this because it's due. You have to do it. There's no option. No. That's why timeline's not good, not good. Sitting and dreaming and creating the vision board and journaling about it every day, good starting steps. It's what the Maniscripting Journal is all about. But if you don't take action beyond that, nothing will happen. Nothing will come to fruition for you. That's how it definitely doesn't work either. Action happens in the conscious reality, right? So if we're trying to bring something from subconscious to the conscious, that is why you have to take action to bring it from your subconscious to the conscious reality. You're connecting, you're moving the dots along, right? And when you take action, you're then able to start creating change, and that will cause you to be on the same frequency as your goal. When it comes to you wanting to change your life, right? Because ultimately, when we're manifesting things, it's because we have a desire, we're unhappy with something, we really want something, we want something to change, right? So this is why taking action is so important. When we take action, you are able to start creating change. And that change will cause you to be on the same frequency as your goal. And it is only then that we will start to see the shift both internally and externally. Just like me making my million in revenue, I started taking action. What shifted? Everything internally and everything externally, right? It all changed for me. There's no going back either, which is really cool. And this is how you become a match for your desires. It takes conscious effort consistently. Let me repeat that again. Let me say that again. Becoming a match for your desires takes conscious effort consistently. That's the action plan. I hope with me sharing my personal story, and I do have to end with this because I don't want you to think I'm sitting here boasting about me making $1 million. First of all, I'm sharing it because I just want to share with you also what's possible for you. I'm not kidding you when I tell you, like, if I can make $1 million creating this brand new company, doing something I've never done before in 3 years, you can too if you have that goal or desire and that grit. And in my last episode, I talked all about what it takes to be an entrepreneur. So I'm not saying this is for everyone, but I'm telling you, this can be for you if you have that desire and drive to do it. But I'm sharing this with you also is what excites me the most about this with making $1 million in revenue. It's not the money. I can tell you right now, because we are self-funded, we do not have investors. So that means we have been financially funding this company the first 2 years, maybe a little bit more than that. I was not even paying myself. I wasn't paying myself at all. And it's been hard. It hasn't been easy. I wasn't paying myself. I'm paying myself a tiny bit this year. But these types of companies, it's like, yes, you can make a lot of money, but also they are very capital intensive, which means they take a lot of money to run. So I am building this company because this is something that helped me get out of my own personal rock bottom. And then almost 4 years ago, it downloaded to me that this process and method needed to be a book and a journal to help other women do the same. Because I never want anyone else to experience their rock bottom feeling fully fucking alone and having to figure it out themselves. Even though I did, I know most people aren't that lucky or don't have that drive or just freaking can't. And that's why I created this journal. So creating this company is just building it on all heart and all just excitement around that. And when I say I've made $1 million, I don't even look at dollar like numbers anymore. Cause honestly, it means nothing to me financially. It's not quote unquote, like bettering my life in a sense, like in a way where someone might expect $1 million to feel like and look like. For me, that means X amount of journals sold. $1 million equals a huge number of journals sold, which means a huge number of women coming into the community, which means a huge number of women's lives that are changing. And that's what I'm fucking excited about. And that's what drives me every freaking day. So in the last episode, when I talk about the ups and downs, the grits, the roller coaster, all of that of being an entrepreneur, like, damn, that literally the thing that gets me through most days is knowing, because we have a very large community. If you are not a part of it, highly recommend for you to join. What really gets me through those moments of I fucking can't do this anymore. This is too hard. This is too much. I think about the women in the community and how much they look forward to and how much they need this community and it needs to keep going. That's literally what drives me every day. When it comes to sharing numbers like this, it's not to boast. It's not because I'm rich by any fucking means whatsoever. It totally doesn't. It just, I want to share this part because it's a great example of what it feels like to manifest something big. And when you do things from complete and true alignment, it's going to be a success. It's going to make an impact. It's going to help change people's lives. And if you get this download or this vision to do something, like, it is meant for you, you are meant to do it. Learn and tap into that feeling, that energy, that frequency, have the desire, have the goal, take the action, match it. Act as if it's already been done. And before you know it, bam, It's here and you're like, huh, that's cool. Next. In the most, like, in the best way. And again, this isn't because you're not appreciative of it. This isn't because you're not happy that it's happened. It's just normal. Like me going downstairs into my kitchen and getting a protein shake out of my fridge. It's normal. Me getting food out of the pantry, a snack. That's normal to me, right? So you making $1 million in your business is normal. Normalize it. You getting your fancy, nice car, luxury car, it's normal. Normalize it. The faster you normalize something after the excitement and the goal is set, that's when you will have it in your reality. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. And again, let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you have experienced something like this. Have you experienced having something manifest and when it happens, you're just like, oh, I thought I would be more excited than this. That just means you've normalized it. It doesn't mean it has any less value or any less excitement. It's because you've normalized it. Congratulations. Let me know if you've ever experienced this on any type of level. Thank you so much for listening. And again, please let me know of any places that I need to go, see, eat, try when I'm in Istanbul, Turkey right now. Go DM me on Instagram or reply to one of my posts and stories while we are there. And I can't wait for you to learn about why we are there. But it's so cool, so crazy, so exciting that we're doing it. But just head on there to see more. I love you so, so much. Have a beautiful day.